How does the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, protect the personal data of common people in California, USA? In the present era, the breach of personal data is very easy, as we share our own personal information willingly with anyone. While sharing personal information, we don't care that it can be misused and what are the negative consequences that we can face. So, in order to protect people's personal information and also to punish the person or organization who misuses someone's personal information, the California government has legislated and enacted the California Consumer Privacy Act, or simply CCPA. So, let's understand what exactly CCPA defines. The California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, is a comprehensive data privacy law that was enacted in the state of California, United States. It went into effect on January 1, 2020, and it is designed to enhance the privacy rights and protections for the residents of California. CCPA grants California consumers more control over the personal information that businesses collect about them. Now, the next question is, what are the key points that make this law beneficial for the public at large? Here are some key aspects and applications of CCPA. 1. Consumer rights. CCPA grants California consumers several necessary rights regarding their personal information, including the right to know what personal information is being collected, the right to delete their personal information, and the right to opt out of the sale of their personal information. 2. Disclosure requirements. Businesses subject to CCPA are required to provide clear and accessible privacy notices that inform consumers about their data collection practices and consumers' rights. These notices must be available on their websites. 3. Data security. CCPA also requires businesses to implement reasonable security measures to protect the personal information they collect from data breaches and unauthorized access. 4. Data access and deletion requests. Businesses must establish processes for consumers to request access to their personal information or request its deletion. Businesses have a legal obligation to respond to these requests within specific timeframes. 5. Non-discrimination. CCPA prohibits businesses from discriminating against consumers who exercise their rights under the law. This means that businesses cannot charge different prices or provide different levels of service based on a consumer's choice to exercise their privacy rights. 6. Opt-out of data sales. CCPA allows consumers to opt out of the sale of their personal information to third parties. Businesses are required to provide a clear and prominent link on their websites for consumers to exercise this opt-out right. 7. Scope. CCPA applies to for-profit businesses that meet certain criteria, such as those that collect personal information from California residents and either have annual gross revenues over a certain threshold or buy, sell, or share the personal information of a certain number of consumers. 8. Penalties. Businesses that violate CCPA can face penalties and fines imposed by the California Attorney General's office. Lastly, what are the rights that a Californian individual can exercise with the help of CCPA? Can ask why are such personal information respective businesses or organizations collecting? A Californian individual can access their personal information that he or she shared with the respective agency. Can strictly prohibit respective business or agency or organization to sell or share their personal information. Can request respective business or organization or agency to delete their personal information, and, in case of any breach in respect of their personal data privacy, he or she can take legal action and also seek compensation under the CCPA. Moreover, it's important to note that CCPA is one of the first state-level privacy laws in the United States, and it has influenced discussions and the development of other privacy laws, both at the state and federal levels. It serves as a significant legal framework for protecting consumer privacy in the digital age.